Commissioners special called meeting, July 14th, 2026, at City Hall in the People's House. Since it's a special called meeting, per protocol, there'll be no public, elected officials, or city manager comments during this meeting. At this time, I'd like our city clerk, Beth Davis, to please call the roll.
Commissioner Jeff Sanford.
Here.
Commissioner Sharon Neesmith. Here. Mayor Tom Watson.
Here.
Commissioner Curtis Maglinger.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Bob Glenn.
Here.
Thank you. This time, we're going to have the invocation and the pledge. If you're able to stand, please remove your caps. And Commissioner Sharon Neesmith will lead us.
Dear Lord, grant us clarity of mind when the path ahead is uncertain. Give us courage to make decisions that prioritize the safety and well-being of others, even when those choices are complex. Fill us with resilience to stand firm in truth, patience to endure misunderstanding, and humility to learn where improvement is needed. Strengthen our resolve, renew our spirit, and guide our steps. Protect and celebrate those who live in our community for their individual contributions to ensure we wake up tomorrow with another opportunity to make today better than yesterday for all. In your mercy and light we pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Chief, come on up.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners. Today I have the task of going over some retirement notes in regards to several of our employees. These have been consummate professionals, very dedicated to the Owensboro Police Department, more so to the citizens of Owensboro. So in this brief summary about what I'm going to read, it does not in any capacity capture who they are as officers. Detective Andrew Bogus joined the Owensboro Police Department on October 24th, 2011, after serving with the Louisville Metro Police Department. Detective Bacchus holds a bachelor's and master's degree from Eastern Kentucky University. He was also served 15 years with the Owensboro Police Department as a patrol officer. He was also the public information officer, and recently he's been assigned to CID as a juvenile detective. During his time in public information, Detective Bacchus developed strong working relationships with the local media outlets, represented OPD during critical incidents, and increased recruitment efforts. During his time in juvenile investigations, Detective Bacchus has received extensive training in internet crimes against children, otherwise known as ICAC, and has led successful investigations culminating in the apprehension and incarceration of many child sexual predators. In his off-duty time, Detective Bacchus serves as a volunteer for Special Olympics. He's also committed to service to our citizens. His fellow officers in the Owensboro Police Department has been significant. We thank him for the services to this community and wish him well in his retirement. Thank you, Detective Bacchus. Or you want me to read them all, and then you're going to read them all? Okay. No, I'm good. Next up is former detective. He's recently been reassigned back to patrol, but J.D. Faith. He joined the Owensboro Police Department October 9th, 2006, where he started his career as a dispatcher. And in August of 2007, Detective Faith was selected to become a police officer and attended basic training before serving as an officer in the patrol division until June 2020, when he was reassigned as a detective in the criminal investigations division. Detective Faith has diligently served Owensboro for 20 years. He has spent several years serving as a police training officer, where he shaped new recruits and prepared them for a career with OPD. Detective Faith has also served as a member of the OPD Emergency Response Team, where he was involved in multiple high-risk tactical operations. In addition, Detective Faith has served as a Kentucky Law Enforcement Council instructor at the OPD Basic Training Academy, a firearms instructor, a driving instructor, an active shooter response instructor, and as a member of the OPD Honor Guard. Detective Faith was assigned to the Criminal Investigations Division in June 2020. During that time, he was the lead investigator for multiple investigations ranging from felony thefts to murder investigations. Detective Faith has always dedicated himself to showing compassion to victims and seeking justice. Detective Faith's investigations have led to numerous felony arrests and years of incarceration for offenders. Detective Faith's commitment and service to our citizen, his fellow officers, and the Owensboro Police Department have been significant. We thank him for his service to this community and wish him well in retirement. Thank you. Major Mike Staples. He's not here tonight, but I'll go ahead and read something about him. But before I do, I just wanted to say that anybody retiring from the city, the police department, I can't tell you, we can't do this without the family support that they have, because it's like the officers sign up, but the family, they get the brunt of it. So without a strong support system at home, these officers can't go out and effectively do their job. So give them a round of applause, please. Major Mike Staples. He joined the Owensboro Police Department in July 2002 after serving 4 years in the United States Army. Major Staples served as a patrol officer until he was reassigned to the Criminal Investigations Division as a detective in 2009. Major Staples served in that role until his promotion to the rank of sergeant in 2017, where he served as a patrol supervisor and CID supervisor. Major Staples was promoted to the rank of lieutenant in 2018, where he served as commander of the Criminal Investigations Division before reporting directly to the Chief of Police as the Professional Standards Unit Investigator. Major Staples was promoted to the rank of major in April of 2022 and has served as the Support Services Division Commander since. Major Staples holds a master's in Criminal Justice Administration from the University of Cumberland's. Major Staples is a graduate of the Department of Criminal Justice Training Academy, the Police Supervision, as well as Criminal Justice Executive Development. Major Staples is also a 2024 graduate of the FBI National Academy, a high-level law enforcement leadership school. Major Staples' commitment to service to our citizens, his fellow officers, and the Owensboro Police Department has been significant. We thank him for his service to his community as well. Thank the good Lord, that's all I have today.
Okay. One at a time. Is it working? This is a certificate of outstanding service. Hereby recognize Officer Andrew Bogus and extends its grateful appreciation for your outstanding service faithfully rendered while employed by the City of Owensboro from 2011 to 2026. All those who reside in the City of Owensboro are asked to join in this recognition of appreciation this 14th day of July 2026 and signed by all the commissioners. So this is what you get to take home after all those things you did.
It says the same thing, doesn't it?
Ditto. Yeah, that's good enough. This is a certificate of outstanding service. Hereby recognizes Officer J.D. Fate and extends its grateful appreciation for your outstanding service faithfully rendered while employed by the City of Owensboro to 2006 to 2026. All those who reside in the City of Owensboro are asked to join in this recognition of appreciation on this 14th day of July 2026, and it's signed by all the commission. You got it, Pick. I'll wait right here for you.
All right.
Would you move that sign out of the way so it won't obstruct my view here? Who brought that thing in here?
Me, and I will a little bit, but I am under the open records law, just keeping it in that right here, since it's not truly obscuring his face.
It's obscuring my view.
I think you should be able to.
Turn it
see
sideways, please.
No, sir, I will not. I'm allowed to hold up a sign.
Who says? You?
Maybe, I went to law school, so I.
Oh, you're a law student.
And I will also say I've read the public meetings.
Okay,
law.
Pick, come on.
All right. Jason Pickerel, Owensboro Fire Department Battalion Chief, 512 West 9th. And I'm here today to announce 2 retirements. First being Josh O'Brien, driver engineer. Josh O'Brien began his career with the City of Owensboro on October 25th, 1999 as a firefighter. His affiliation as a volunteer firefighter with St. Joe here in Davis County from 1996 to 2001 informed his growth as a young firefighter and showed his eagerness to serve the public. He achieved a promotion to the position of driver engineer in September of 2006. Josh's engaging personality and his dependability in knowing his job made him an important member of the OFD family for nearly 27 years. His most recent years of service were spent at Station 5 driving Ladder 5 and Engine 5. Josh has always been generous with his time and attention at Station 5 in mentoring young firefighters to prepare them for proficiently operating our engines and ladder trucks. His experience and performance, which has been tested under the stress of many complex emergencies, will be missed. After 27 years as a career member of our fire department, driver engineer Josh O'Brien will work his last shift with OFD on July 29, 2026, to spend more time with his family while he plans his next adventure in retirement. So, next is Lieutenant Jacob Seaton. Jacob Seaton began his career with the City of Owensboro on August 21, 2006 as a firefighter. He became an officer at OFD upon his promotion to lieutenant of training in January of 2016. After 2 years serving in this position, Jacob was assigned to one of our 3 crews as a company officer. This is a role he has filled for the past 8 years, most recently at Station 5 on 3rd Crew. His service is distinguished by his achievement of paramedic certification as a young firefighter long before OFD built its vision for our ALS program. His expertise as a seasoned medic has been instrumental in developing our agency's approach to active shooter incidents. Over the years, he has been active with the local 870 chapter of the IAFF, even serving as president for several years in the past. Since joining our agency, he has been an entrepreneur, worked for several EMS agencies, and most importantly, has grown a family he and Joni are very proud of with their 4 children. After 20 years of service as a first responder, Lieutenant Seaton will work his last shift with OFD on July 29, 2026, and set out on his next chapter in retirement.
Thank you, I went through your flight. Over here, don't bite.
Me on the other side. Okay, we're doing this all together.
That way if I fall down, I can fall against
Well,
one of you.
I hope.
Okay, Certificate of Outstanding Service hereby recognize Engineer Josh O'Brien and Lieutenant Jacob Seaton, and extends its grateful appreciation for your outstanding service faithfully rendered while employed by the City of Owensboro from 1999 to 2026. All those who reside in the City of Owensboro are asked to join in this recognition of appreciation on this 14th day of July, 2026.
Well, you guys first.
Okay.
Well,
Next, just like a barber shop.
good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. I'm Hunter Reagan. I'm with the Sanitation Department, and I'm here to recognize Brian Poole for his many years of dedicated service as he begins his retirement. Brian began his career with the City of Owensboro Sanitation Department as a refuse truck driver in 2008. Throughout his many years of service, Brian has represented the city with professionalism, dependability, and a strong commitment to serve our community. He's played a vital role in helping restore our city after several major storms, including the historic ice storm, and was always willing to step up and assist during community events and times of need. Over the years, Brian has developed an extensive knowledge of our collection routes and gained valuable experience operating a wide range of equipment and making him a vital member of the sanitation team. His dedication and hard work and willingness to serve has made him a lasting impact on both his co-workers and the residents of Owensboro. We thank Brian for his many years of dedicated service to the City of Owensboro and wish him a well-deserved and enjoyable retirement. Brian, best of luck in all your future endeavors. Thank you.
Long week back there.
All right, certificate of outstanding service, you might have heard this. Hereby recognizes Brian Poole and extends its faithful appreciation for your outstanding service faithfully rendered while employed by the City of Owensboro from 2008 to 2026. All those who reside in the City of Owensboro are asked to join in this recognition of appreciation this 14th day of July, 2026.
You don't get that much time. I just tell Hunter.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Amanda Rogers, Parks and Rec Director for the City of Owensboro. And I get the pleasure to recognize Amber Schreckert for her many years of service to the City of Owensboro tonight. Amber is joined by half of Owensboro and West Louisville out here in this back row and in this second to back row, and many faces we in the Parks and Rec Department are familiar with, as we've had 4 Osbornes or Murphys in our department through the years. But Amber's definitely set the gold standard in our department. She's been an unsung hero within the City Parks and Recreation Department for more than 25 years and has been employed by the city for 28 years. She's been a devoted employee, flexible, hardworking, competent, and self-driven. She began with the city as a temporary worker in the summer of '98 in the beautification division. Then in the fall of 2001, she began as crew leader at the Owensboro Sports Center. The events that took place at the Sports Center were successful largely due to her tireless efforts. No matter the time of day or night, Amber was on site to ensure the facility was ready for the event organizer. She was a well-known fixture at the Sports Center and depended upon by local athletic directors and nonprofit event organizers who counted on her expertise to help with event planning and her creative and timely solutions to unexpected problems that always arise at any event. Following her service at the Sports Center, Amber willingly embarked on a new challenge as Assistant Green Superintendent at Hillcrest Golf Course. Recreation Facilities Manager Charles Whalen, who oversees golf course operations, stated that when I asked him if we could move Amber from the Sports Center to Hillcrest, he did not hesitate. He knew Amber had zero experience with turf management and golf course management. However, he knew she would be a quick learner, and he understood her work ethic, and that's what it takes to be successful at the golf course. She consistently maintains some of the best greens in the tri-state area and puts countless weekend and late day hours in the hot months to ensure the greens stay alive. Hillcrest has been in some of the best condition it's ever been in because of her dedication and hard work. Amber is dedicated and rarely works a standard 40-hour a week or just Monday through Friday. She does not shy away from hard work or long hours. She genuinely excels in all she does and steps up when needed to help at any park facility. In 2023, she earned the Cap Gardner Award, acknowledging her service, positive attitude, and dedication to the city and its citizens. The way she performs her work, her personality, and her dry sense of humor make Amber many employees' favorite coworker. She's become a face that the community recognizes, but of course, Amber's not perfect. Don't tell Amber that, but Amber's not perfect. Her biggest flaw is probably her accrued mountain of vacation time and how stingy she is with her frequent flyer miles. But all kidding aside, Amber will be deeply missed, but she certainly won't be forgotten. Her Parks and Recreation family will miss her Amberisms, her quirky habits that make her one of a kind, and most of all, we will miss her smile, positive attitude, and her willingness to roll up her sleeves and get it done. We're lucky to have employed Amber, and the department and city are better because of her service. Secretly and selfishly in Parks and Rec, we don't want to see her go, but she has more than earned her retirement, and we wish her only the best. Thank you, Amber.
Hello, Amber. How are you?
Good, how are you?
You nervous?
A little bit.
Certificate of Outstanding Service, Amber Schricker. We hereby recognize her and extend its grateful appreciation for your outstanding service faithfully rendered while employed by the City of Owensboro from 2001 to 2026. And all those who reside in the City of Owensboro, Kentucky, are asked to join in this recognition of appreciation this 14th day of July, 2026. Okay.
Last but not least, all right, I'm Josh Bachmeyer. I'm with the HR department. Tonight, I have the privilege of recognizing Elaine Timble for her dedicated service to the city as she retires with more than 28 years of public service. Elaine began her career with the city on December 2nd of 1997 as a receptionist in the IT department. In 1999, she joined the HR department as a clerk typist, and in 2001, she took on the responsibility for recruiting and at that time, civil service testing. For the past 25 years, Elaine has been the driving force behind the city's recruitment processes. She has coordinated job postings, communicated with applicants, organized testing and interviews, and helped guide thousands of candidates through the hiring process. In fact, nearly every city employee hired over the last quarter century was first introduced to the city through Elaine. Her professionalism, patience, and kindness helped create a positive first impression for our organization. I've had the privilege of working alongside Elaine since 2016, and I've seen firsthand the care, professionalism, and meticulous attention to detail she brings to work every day. She's always taken pride in helping people and representing the city well, and her dedication has made a lasting impact. When asked what she'll miss most, Elaine said it will be the people. She has often shared that this has been the best job she's ever had because of the people she's worked with, and I wanted to make sure that she knows that the feeling is mutual. So on behalf of the Mayor, Board of Commissioners, City Management, and your coworkers, past and present, thank you for more than 28 years of faithful service to the city and its citizens. Congratulations on your well-earned retirement, and wish you many years of health and happiness. Thank you.
here we go again. Certificate of Outstanding Service recognizes Elaine Timmel and extends its grateful appreciation for your outstanding service and faithfully rendered while employed by the City of Owensboro from 1997 to 2026. All those who reside in the City of Owensboro are asked to join in this recognition of appreciation this 14th day of July, 2026. Thank you. You want to speak?
I'll pass. Thank you very much.
I want to thank you very much, John, and a lot of great people that work with us and we're going to miss it.
Okay, that's good. Okay, now I have a proclamation from the City of Owensboro. Amanda, don't you want to get up here and help me with this? There's some big words in here.
Big words.
City of Owensboro proclamation. Whereas Parks and Recreation is an integral part of the communities throughout this country, including here in Owensboro, Kentucky. Whereas Parks and Recreation promote health and wellness, improving the physical and mental health of people who live near and utilize our parks. Whereas Parks and Recreation promote more time spent in nature, which positively impacts mental health and increasing cognitive performance and well-being and alleviating illness such as depression, attention deficit disorders, and Alzheimer's. And whereas Parks and Recreation encourage physical activities by providing space for popular sports, hiking trails, swimming pools, and many other activities designed to promote an active lifestyle. Whereas Parks and Recreation programming and education activities such as our out-of-school time programming, youth sports, and environmental education are critical to the childhood development. And whereas our parks and natural recreation our areas are fundamental to the environmental well-being and to ensure ecological beauty of our community and provide a place for children and adults to connect with nature. Now, therefore, I, Thomas Hart Watson, Mayor of the City of Owensboro, do hereby proclaim July 26 as Parks and Recreation Month in the City of Owensboro. Encourage all citizens to celebrate by visiting one of our many parks and enjoying the benefits of an active, healthy lifestyle.
Thank you, Mayor, for recognizing the Parks and Recreation Department and the team and the work that we do for your community. We work tirelessly towards the goal of making Owensboro Kentucky's #1 city to live, work, and play. We're all blessed to have the opportunity to work to do so, but we want to recognize our partners who help us keep parks and facilities in great condition. So we want to thank Stephen Franklin, Kevin DeRosset, Kevin Collian, and the Public Works teams for what they do to work alongside us to keep our parks #1 in the state of Kentucky. I also want to mention that in honor of July's Parks and Recreation Month, we're hosting our popular free activity day on this Friday, July the 17th. There will be free greens fees at Ben Hall's Par 3 course. There'll be free ice skating that evening at the Edge Ice Center, free pool admission at Combest and Cravens that day, and there'll be a mini tennis experience at Smothers Park during Friday after 5 that evening. So we encourage everyone to get out and try something new. Enjoy those free activities that day as a thank you from the city and your Parks and Recreation team for allowing us to serve you. So thank you, Mayor and Commissioners, for the proclamation. We appreciate that.
Thank you. Since you had, if y'all would like to have a family picture with your hero here, y'all welcome to come up, take a picture. It's fine. What he said. Yeah, everybody that was recognized are welcome to come up and get a family photo. Oh, is that right? I didn't know.
They're a good family. This public service kind of runs in the blood. Good people.
Thank you.
Like she was the employee of the year 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, I remember that. Welcome. Be safe.
I didn't know you that well. I'm so glad you did that.
Be safe, big man.
Are we gonna take it up there? We were all gonna go out here like we did with everybody else. I mean, that's what. You wanna take it up there? We can do it.
Cookie and rolls are gonna go down now, aren't they? We don't have to make them as much.
No, you don't have to. Unless you're cooking for Jacob, I go over his house. Y'all wanna do up here?
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Okay, great.
Abby?
Abby, make sure me take your picture.
Abby? Could you take their picture, please?
Oh, and then, I thought that was.
Right there. Thank you, Abby. It's the last one. That's the
They didn't get everybody. They didn't get all of them.
last one. Joshua Burns. Yeah, good call. I guess we go to 5B on. I don't know. Should charge them while we had them. Okay, next item on the agenda will be the city project list. City Manager Nate Pagan.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor. The monthly update to our various projects was included in your packet. There's really nothing I'll emphasize this week. Just happy to answer any questions should you have any.
Any questions from the dais?
So, quick question. Indoor sports complex, kind of give us a general, we're moving along.
It's
It
ongoing.
looks good.
It's ongoing. It's likely to be into early fall before that's complete. I understand we're expecting an updated schedule soon, so should have a better update for you next month.
I drove by it. It looked good. It looked good from the outside. So.
Anybody else? Okay. We'll go to 6A. Consider the approval of minutes dated June the 16th, 2026. I'll make a motion to approve. Could I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any additions, deletions, or corrections? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Thank you. Item 6B, consider these board appointments. Regional Water Resource Agency, appoint Terry Miles to a 4-year term expiring June 30th, 2030. God, that sounds way out there, isn't it, 2030? Northwest Neighborhood Alliance, appoint Alfreda Williams to a 2-year term effective July the 14th, 2026. Dogwood Azalea Neighborhood Alliance, appoint Jason Phelan to a 2-year term effective July the 14th, 2026. Dugan Best Neighborhood Alliance, reappoint Andrea Johnson to a 2-year term effective August the 2nd, 2026. And the Owensboro Historic Preservation Board, reappoint Louis Young, or is that Louise? Excuse me, Louise Young, to a 3-year term effective August the 2nd. I'll make a motion to approve these appointees. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Thank you. We'll go to number 7. Ordinance, second reading, roll call vote. Boss.
Ordinance 14-2026, an ordinance revising Employee Handbook Policy 112, thereby changing promotional procedures for the Owensboro Fire and Police Departments. Read for approval on second reading this 14th day of July 2026.
Thank you. I'll make a motion to approve. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
City manager?
This is second reading of an ordinance amending Employee Handbook Policy 112, which covers the police and fire promotional processes. The proposed revision allows laterally hired firefighters to receive credit for prior qualifying service with comparable agencies for promotional eligibility. However, they must remain having 2 years of service with OFD prior to promotion. The change is intended to enhance recruitment and development of experienced personnel while maintaining a minimum period of service within OFD before the promotion eligibility. This change is specific to the fire department, so no change to the police department process.
Thank you. Any discussion from the dais? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye. Oops, excuse me, roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem Glenn,
Yes.
Commissioner Maglinger,
Yes.
Mayor Watson,
Yes.
Commissioner Neesmith,
Yes.
Commissioner Sanford.
Yes.
Thank you. 7B, please.
Ordinance 15-2026, an ordinance amending the Owensboro zoning ordinance adopted March 14, 1980, so as to include within the I-1 light industrial zone property located in the 3501 to 4301 blocks of West Parish Avenue, containing 121.605 acres, more or less. Read for approval on second reading this 14th day of July 2026.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
City manager, please.
Yes, 3 or 4 years ago, our partners at the Economic Development Corporation began a process to identify sites for industrial development. Additional land to accommodate investment and jobs was needed because the air park was and is getting closer to being fully built out. In fact, I believe approximately 35 acres of publicly controlled land remain in the air park. As part of that process for new land, the Massey property was identified as being well located and suitable for economic development. After some initial due diligence and negotiations with the previous property owners, the city reached an agreement to acquire approximately 122 acres, and the Board of Commissioners approved that purchase in August of 2025. Since that purchase, the city and Economic Development Corporation have collaborated to prepare the site for development and subsequent jobs. This involves various elements such as engineering and utility considerations and traffic studies, similar engineering analyses. In addition, we needed to rezone the property. Currently, the site is split zoned with approximately 56% of the site zoned agricultural, and the remaining 44% are zoned currently as I-1 light industrial. Manufacturing facilities like you would see in the air park cannot be located in agriculturally zoned property. So in order to use the property for its intended purpose, we had to go through the rezoning process. We initially sought to rezone the property to I-2, which is heavy industrial. That's the most accommodating zone that we have. It allows limited uses that are not available for an I-1 light industrial zone. And so for that reason, it's somewhat rare. And in short, we thought that an I-2 zoning would make the property more marketable. However, at the Planning Commission meeting last month, or actually in May, they voted against rezoning the site to I-2, the heavy industrial zoning, and that vote failed by a single vote. As previously stated, though, we must rezone the property in order to use it for its intended purpose, as we cannot have industrial park that is agriculturally zoned. State law allows the city or county to hear rezoning after its consideration by the Planning Commission, and so for that reason, the city has chosen to have the Massey rezoning on tonight's agenda for a vote. This is second reading of an ordinance making the entire property zoned as I-1 light industrial. It's likely that any tenant that would locate within the site could be accommodated using an I-1 zone. And as I've mentioned, the site is currently just under half I-zone now, so this would make the entire site I-1, and which would allow us to use it for its intended purpose at the time of acquisition.
Thank you. Any other discussion from the dais? Roll call.
Commissioner Sanford,
Yes.
Commissioner Neesmith,
Yes.
Mayor Watson,
Yes,
Commissioner Maglinger,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Glenn.
Yes.
thank you. Item 8, municipal orders.
Municipal Order 22-2026, a municipal order authorizing and directing the mayor to execute an agreement with the Commonwealth of Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, Department of Highways concerning local assistance road program funding, publicly read for approval on one reading this 14th day of July, 2026.
Thank you. I'll make a motion to approve. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
City manager?
Yes, this municipal order approves an agreement with the State Transportation Cabinet for $1,119,000 in additional street resurfacing funds. We submitted various projects to the state at a recent grant process, and the state approved the following sections of resurfacing to be funded through their program. Sections of Allen Street, Davis Street, East 2nd, West 2nd, East 19th, and Churchill Drive, totaling a little under 3 miles. While this program has a 20% match, we can use existing resurfacing funds, so no additional funding is needed. It's a great project that allow us to do, again, almost 3 additional miles of resurfacing this year.
Good deal. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item 8B, municipal order, please.
Municipal Order 23-2026, a municipal order authorizing and directing the submission of an application for a port security grant program through FEMA in the amount of $60,694, the proceeds of which will be utilized by the City of Owensboro to purchase a remotely operated underwater vehicle system for use by the Owensboro Fire Department. A match of 25% or $15,173.50 is required by the city. Publicly read for approval on one reading this 14th day of July, 2026.
Thank you. I make a motion to approve. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
City manager?
Yes, sir, Mayor. This municipal order approves a grant application for the fire department. OFD seeks to expand on their Ohio River response and rescue by adding subsurface capability in the form of an underwater remotely operated vehicle. This is essentially an underwater drone with sonar and stabilizing capacity that is equipped with a grabber. While we have a robust response that includes highly trained rescue swimmers and several watercraft, we sometimes rely on mutual aid partners to provide divers when necessary. This project will provide the capability for us to deploy ahead of divers or in lieu of divers when we respond to submerged vehicles, missing persons in the water, vessel emergencies, or any other incident that calls for an infrastructure assessment underwater. We were able to assess these underwater hazards before putting a person in the water in an uncertain environment. As the clerk read, this grant has a 25% match. However, we have budgeted funds available to satisfy this requirement.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor indicate by saying aye, please.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item 8C, please.
Municipal Order 24-2026, a municipal order authorizing the application for funds from the Department for Local Government for Kentucky House Bill 900 project grant applications in the total amount of $260,000, and authorizing and directing the funds to be dispersed to Owensboro Symphony in the amount of $100,000, to Western Kentucky Botanical Garden Events Center in the amount of $100,000, and to Mentor Kids in the amount of $60,000, and directing the mayor to execute any documents deemed necessary by DLG to carry out the projects, and authorizing the mayor to act as the authorized correspondent for the projects. Publicly read for approval on one reading this 14th day of July, 2026.
Thank you. Any other discussion? I do want to thank Suzanne Miles, Representative Miles, and DJ Johnson for their help in ushering this through. It's a big deal. Okay, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Well, would you want me to make a motion first? Been a long morning. Motion to approve. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Thank you.
Mayor, could I just add on the last item that we're merely a pass-through, so we have no financial obligation. The state approved funding to these organizations, but they don't fund them directly. It has to flow through the city or the county. I think 6 different organizations got funded locally, so 3 of them are being routed through the city, 3 through the county. The funds that we got would be $100,000 for the symphony, $100,000 for the botanical garden, and $60,000 for Mentor Kids, for the total of the $260,000 that the clerk referenced. But again, no financial obligation from us. It's just a pass-through and oversight role for us.
Thanks for you for that point of clarification. All right, where are we now? City manager item? You got more items?
First city manager item is the financial report. So if you would acknowledge Angela Waninger to present the May financial report.
Ms. Waninger, I recognize you.
Thank you, Mayor. So for the first slide, will be for the general fund activity for the month of, or my presentation will be for the month of and 11 months ended May 2026. You may refer to page 3 of the financial packet for more detail. So for the first slide, for the month of May, actual revenues were $6.1 million, which were more than budgeted revenues of $5.6 million, resulting in a positive variance of $437,243, which is primarily due to higher insurance premium license fees, net profits, and property tax. Our next slide is for the 11 months ended May. Total actual revenues of $75.4 million exceeded the budgeted revenues of $72 million by $3,416,585. This variance is primarily due to higher net profits, higher property tax, insurance premium license fees, and occupational withholding. This is partially offset by lower municipal road aid. And I wanted to add, like the property tax, we are exceeding the revenue budget by $690,000 for property tax. The bulk of that is franchise. In case anybody's wondering, it's not the real property, it's the franchise tax that is causing that variance. So for the next slide, the month of May, actual expenditures of $6.1 million were less than budgeted expenditures of $7.3 million for a variance of $1,133,554. This variance is primarily due to the transfer to transit and personnel services. And that transfer to transit has been an ongoing thing month by month, and that's just due to the extra CARES COVID money that we've gotten. And so we've got all these funds then that we're carrying forward. And you'll see them carry over into the next fiscal year as well. For the next slide, we've got the 11 months ended May. Actual expenditures of $71.6 million were less than budgeted expenditures of $78.9 million for a variance of $7,270,628. This variance is primarily due, again, to the timing in transfers to transit and maintenance. We also have savings in personnel services of approximately $2 million. So for the last slide, I'd just like to demonstrate to the viewing audience how cyclical the revenues and expenses are. The slide demonstrates the cyclical nature of our monthly revenues and expenses. Expenses are depicted by the red bar, revenues by the green bar. We budget the funds for the general fund, revenues and expenditures accordingly to reflect this cyclical nature. So you can see where revenues spike October, November. When we collect property tax, they spike in April when we collect the net profits and the quarterly occupationals. So that concludes my presentation. If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Questions? Hearing none. So I make a motion to file the report for audit. Could I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item 9B, sir.
Yes, sir, Mayor. We have a considerable number of personnel appointments for you to ratify this evening. Probationary full-time non-civil service appointments of Phil Bozarth, refuse truck driver with sanitation, effective July 27th, contingent upon successful completion of all post-offer pre-employment requirements. Paul Trogdon, bus driver with the Transit Department, effective July 27th, contingent upon successful completion of all post-offer pre-employment requirements. Kobe Fitzgerald, Mark Holt, Matthew Marks, Jude Pickrell, Michael Poff, Wyatt Schultz, Daniel Shell, and Samuel Sook as firefighters with the fire department effective August 10th, contingent upon successful completion of all post-offer pre-employment requirements. Braden Bowling and Isabella Perkins, police officers with the police department effective September 13th. The probationary full-time non-civil service promotional appointment of Hunter McDaniel, secretary with the police department effective July 27th. And the regular full-time non-civil service appointments of Tristan Blue and Eston Costello and Adrian Terrazas as police officers with the police department effective July 12th. Brittany Klotzbach as recreation facilities manager with Parks and Recreation Department effective July 13th. Kevin Lang, police officer with the police department effective July 13th. Megan Knox, recreational specialist with Parks and Recreation Department effective July 14th. And Ron Roberts, mechanic with the Garage and Public Works as effective July 28th.
Thank you. I'll make a motion to approve. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
Are most of these new numbers to our employment, or are they just replacement?
They're largely replacement, Mayor.
Okay.
There's really no new positions here. Like, for example, there were 8 or 9 firefighters, which were the bulk of them. That's going to be the next class or cohort that will start in the Fire Academy later this year. We've got 11 or 12 vacancies, and so we're replacing 9 or 10 of those spots here in the current class. So it's things like that where they're filling spots. A couple of these I noticed with the refuse truck driver, I believe replaced a gentleman who we recognized earlier for his retirement. So it's largely for vacancies.
Okay, thank you. Any further discussion? All in favor indicate by saying aye, please.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Thank you. As we said at the beginning of the meeting, that since this is a special called meeting per protocol, there'll be no public, elected officials, or city manager comments. So item 10A, motion to enter into closed session, consider closed session under KRS 61A10(1G) for discussions between a public agency and a representative of a business entity and discussions concerning a specific proposal. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. There'll be no further business after the closed session.